everybody, welcome. Today we will focus a lot on the pelvic floor. Let me just remind you, if you like these videos and you want to continue to see them, you subscribe to my channel, YouTube, and you'll be able to get notifications to let you know when we get to do these videos. So, alright, we're going to start with the arms up and then float them down. Bend the knees a little bit, extend the legs out straight ahead of you. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up and twist to the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist to the left. So we're reaching up to the ceiling and to the side. Up to the ceiling and to the side. 2 more sets. Up to the ceiling and down. Lift up and down. 1 more time. Lift up, down, up, down. Bring the arms around and circle. Make a nice open shoulder area. Circling the arms around and pause, then go in the other direction. Really good. Reach the arms up and just float down. Lift up and float down. Reach up and down. 1 more time. Let's go to the side and bring your hands and knees down. Step the left foot forward, tuck the back toes under, and then get your bearings. I want you to reach up to the ceiling and frame your head with your arms. The right leg is extended back. The right toes are pressing into the floor. The arms reach back toward the ears. You're going to inhale, straighten the left knee. Exhale, bend the left knee. The right leg is soft. The knee is bent slightly. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And we'll continue doing that. Every time you straighten the left knee, you're going to think of the spine lengthening up, the top of the head floating up. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. 1 more time, and then step forward with the right foot. Big step back in a high lunge, left foot back. Make sure that the shoulders go over the hips, they're in line with, that you're squared off to the front, so as if you were between 2 railroad tracks. Lift the arms up, frame your ears with your arms. Steady your breath, extend your left leg back, soften the left knee so you're bending it down toward the floor in the lunge. Inhale, straighten the right leg, exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten, exhale, working on balance and core strength. Feel your legs working strong, so you're inhaling and exhaling, bending. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. 1 more time, and step forward on your mat. Bring your feet together, ankles and knees together, reach the arms up, and then float the hands down and lift your tailbone up, stretching out the back of the legs. Walk your hands forward under your shoulders, move the chest forward, pull your lower abdominals in, and bring your left knee in line with your right, curling the left heel in toward your glute. Come up to your fingertips here, lower the left toes down and curl. The knees are touching, the left toes down, curl the heel into the glute. Fingertips are finger tented underneath your shoulders. Lengthen your spine, the top of the head forward, so curl the left heel to the glute. Inhale down, exhale, curl, inhale down. 2 more. Steady. Left foot steps next to right. Pull your abdominals in more, move the head forward, bend the right knee, and your knees are touching, your right heel is back in a 90-degree angle. Lower the right toes to the floor and lift up for 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. And keep curling that right heel in, pulling your abs in tight. Make sure you're grounded through the fingertips and your knuckle joints are bent so you're not putting pressure unduly on those hands. 3 more times. Curl, release, curl, release, curl, and step right foot next to left. Bend your knees and roll up through the spine. Roll the shoulders around and down and reach the arms up in a wide angle. Then press your hands down, lengthen your spine, and bring your knees down. going to swing our knees around and lie down on our back. So I want you to observe the first thing we're going to do. You're going to roll down onto your back and you make sure you're nice and comfortable. Now, you're going to lift your left leg up and you're going to draw the letter D with your left big toe. But where would your right leg be? You could have it with the knee bent. This offers up support. You could have even more of a cushioning here with the right knee into the chest, right foot on the floor. Or if you'd like the length in the right leg, extend it straight out from the hip with a buckling of the knee. There's a slight bend in the knee and your heel is pressing down. You're going to take your left leg up, turn the left heel in and toes out. Point the toes. You're going to inhale, lower the leg down to the degree you're comfortable with. Draw it back. Make sure your left side does not move and lift up. Join the letter D like David. Inhale down, exhale up. So you're making that lovely, lovely shape with your left big toe. Inhale down, exhale up. So measure off how low that left leg goes down before you lift up that leg. Inhale down and around and up. One more time. Now you're going to draw the backward letter D with your left big toe. So bring your leg to the left shoulder, around and up. Inhale. Both sides are fully grounded on the floor. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale up. That's it. A few more times. Get a nice circular action going on, opening up the hip and the inner thigh. One more time. And now the last. And now float the left leg down and extend. Either bring your left knee to your chest and right leg in the air, or left foot on the floor, or extend it out with a bent, slightly bent left knee, left heel on the floor. Point your right toes, turn your right heel in and your right toes out. So you're dialing down a quarter turn with your right set of toes. Going to inhale, bring your leg to the left, the backward letter D. Exhale, lift up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower down, 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 and straight up. It's a little bit faster with the lift up at the exhale. You're zipping up an imaginary zipper. Inhale down, exhale, pull your lower tummy in. Inhale around and down, and exhale up. One more time. Now take the leg to the right shoulder, and around and up. The letter D with the right big toe. Here we go again. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. A nice, beautiful feeling inside your leg and outside the thigh. But lower tummy's working strong here. Feel the pelvic floor respond. 3 more times. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale. One more time. And then lower that right foot down. Bend your knees. Now, I want you to lift your head up and walk your fingertips forward so your fingertips can touch the back of your heels. And look at your knees and make your feet and knees parallel, so they're facing forward. Again, between 2 imaginary railroad tracks. If you were looking down from the ceiling, you'd look like the number 11. Then you're going to have that consciousness of the abdominals once again. Press the floor away and lift your pelvis up in a bridge. This is called a bridge. You're going to press your pelvis up, take 2 fists and push your buttocks up. Pull the ribs down and knit everything in toward that bikini line. Press up by pressing the arms and the hands down into the floor. You're going to lift your pelvis up, touch your knees together, open your knees apart and lower your pelvis down to the floor. Lift your pelvis up, knees touch, knees open, pelvis drops. Okay, so it's a 4-part movement. Let's come down all the way to the floor. And once again, make sure you can touch the back of your heels lightly. Your arms are nice and comfortably placed by your side. You're pressing the palms and the back of the shoulders down. One more time, you're going to rise up. And then you're going to take 2 fists and press up a little bit higher. Then pull your ribs down, bring your palms down. You're going to tap your knees lightly together, open the knees neutral position so your feet are parallel. Lower the pelvis down. You don't have to touch the floor, or if you want to touch lightly and press up, you can. So let's do it from the bottom up. So lift, knees touch, knees open, pelvis drops. Lift, knees touch, knees open, and drop. So it's 1, 2, 3, and from lift up as high as you can with as much control as you can exhibit. So let's call it again. Lift up, knees touch, knees open, pelvis drops. Lift up, touch, open, down. Again. Now we're going to add 2 taps. Lift up, double tap, open out, lower down. Lift up, double tap, open out, and lower down. Lift, tap, tap, open, and down. Keep the height of the pelvis just the way it is. Try not to sag. Lift up, knees touch, lower down, and up, 2 taps. Now, last set with 3 taps. Lift up, 1, 2, 3, open, and lower. Lift up, tap, 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 and lower down. Lift up, tap, 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 open out, lower down. 1 and triple tap, lower down. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, open and down. Lift up, tap, 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 open and down. 2 more. Open, lower. Last one. Lower and curl the knees in. Now this is where I want you to really pay attention. Working a lot on that lower abdomen and lower pelvic floor and glutes and hamstrings. You're going to think about taking your pubic bone. Let me do a standing for a moment. And you want to press forward and up. What I want you to do on the floor, I want to work the very base of the buttocks here, where the buttocks meet the top of the back of the thigh, that crease there. We want to get that toned and defined for the summer, for the beach weather, when you're wearing a bathing suit and you can see that area. You don't want it all ripply looking or sagging. You want your butt to be high and you want to look firm and toned. So we're going to work different parts. You're going to get your hamstrings and glutes for all of them, but we're going to specifically design this so you're getting certain strategic areas more. So what I want you to do, let me demonstrate this to you. Bring your feet in, and once again you're measuring off, touching the fingertips to the back of the heel. Then you're going to think of a string attached from your chest, and you are lifting your pelvis up and tilting your pelvis under. If you had a flashlight between your knees, the flashlight beam of light would be pressing up toward you. Now, I want you to put your hand under your belt line, lower down so much that only the base of the buttocks is lifted. You're not lifting up in a high bridge where you're balancing on the back of the shoulders, nor are you halfway down on the bottom set of ribs. You're all the way down and just tucking the base of the buttocks under, bringing your tail between your legs in a pelvic tilt. Now, so again, you'll test the waters. If you cannot get your hands under your belt line, you're in the right place. So adjust your position. Now I want you to squeeze both buttocks together and lift up a small amount. So squeeze and a small lift. But don't lift so high that your lower back or belt line come off the floor. This is very specific. You're going to press the buttocks together. Excuse me. And push. And you're bringing both sides together. You're working the very base of the buttocks, even though you're getting the whole thing, really. You're focusing like magic marker. You're highlighting that area. You know, when you did your homework, if you're still a student, you're highlighting a text for certain important parts. This is what I want you to do. Put a magic marker on the base of your buttocks, the very part where, once again, the base of the buttocks meets the top of the thigh. So you want to look really toned and defined in shorts or short skirts or bathing suits. And this is like a beach weather butt. So push, push. You're bringing your thighs, it's like you're undulating underneath and turning in. I want you to really squeeze as much as you can and keep your pelvis low to the floor. So you're dynamically pressing up, pushing the thighs in toward each other slightly, and push, push. Put your hands on your lower tummy and engage it more. And push, and push, and push. Really keep going. I'm going to do this a little bit longer. I want you to squeeze the base of your buttocks. Push, 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 in and lift and lift. We're not lifting that high here. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Lower down and move your knees side to side. And then you're going to bring your ankles, knees, and thighs together. And I mean really knit them together so much that you could not separate your knees with a crowbar. I want you intricately connecting the inside of your legs, ankles, feet, calves together. So there's no space between your knees at all, or feet. So you're pressing the ankles together, the talus bones, and your feet are also, you're going to check out the waters, touch the back of your heels, see if your feet are in close enough to have a safe knee position. Then you're going to press your pubic bone up as high as it's going to go. You can bring your arms in the air if you want a little less support for the floor. And you're going to press up, up, up. Your ankles, knees, and thighs are glued together. Option to have the arms up, option to have them back, or you can even put them on the floor. Let me keep my arms upright and push. I want my ankles also touching. I want you to really try and get as much connection between those legs as physically possible. And push and push. Now the shoulders are wide, so your scapula is flat and wide. You don't want to scrunch up your neck or round your shoulders. You want a wide, flat chest, and push. All the while, as I'm talking to you, I'm pushing my pelvis up as high to the ceiling as I can go. I'm pressing the inner thighs together, abducting the legs, getting a little bit of that inner thigh intervention. And I'm getting, again, my beach bum body, right? I want my buttocks to be really tight. Buns of steel, they used to call it, right? I don't know if they still say that anymore. And push, 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 push up. Now you're going to keep squeezing up. The amount of time we're putting into it is worth it because it's going to give you that really chiseled look. We want to tone and define and make our body look really, really lovely. Up, up. All we need is a 10, some lemonade, and we're good to go. Push, push, push. 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Now what I want you to do is I want you to look at my legs. I'm extending them out, turning my toes and knees out. I'm going to take my feet down on the mat, turn my toes out to 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Think of the clock. And then I'm going to keep my knees tracking over my third toe. I'm going to pull my abdomen in a lot and press my pubic bone up to the center. I'm going to make sure I'm grounded in my feet. And I'm going to bring my arms up again and push up, up. The feet and the toes are turned out. The knees are wide. They're tracking out to the baby toe side of the foot. And I'm pushing up. This is a lot of glute work we're starting off with today. Mat glute work and lift and lift. So along with the glutes goes the hamstring. We got our inner thighs and so forth. We're pressing up, up. Now I want you to really concentrate on pulling that abdominal area in, even though you might think, why? Because it's an ab class. This is an ab toning, core training experience. And push, push, push as high as you can. So we're going to really, really go for what we need here. Tone and definition, chiseled bodies, strong center, strong legs, arms and shoulders, all defined, all looking beautiful. Improving that circulation in the body. Up, 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 up. You're ready to go and you're ready to get a little more bare, right? As the weather starts to heat up, we have to start thinking about being more exposed. And when we're more exposed, we want to look really, really tight. We don't want to look loose and hangy, right? No mushy bodies. And push, push. We're still hanging in there. We're still working on it. I'm doing it with you. Up, 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 up. 20 more. We're at the end. 2, 3, 4. Bump, 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 bump. Up, up, up. A little tighter. Squeeze harder, tighter. Lift up, up. Hold. Stay here. Press the palms down, push your pelvis up higher, hold, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now pull your rib cage down. Pull the ribs toward the hips and slowly come down to the floor and hug your knees in. So that now you need to stretch out a little bit after that. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to lower the left foot down, cross the right knee over the left, press the left foot down with two palms down, shoulders down, chin is tilted down. Lift your pelvis up, swing your hips to the right as you're positioned with your legs. Then open the arms out, stretch to the side, and you can bring your left hand outside your right thigh or keep it outside to the left. Look over your right shoulder. If that's too much of a rotation, look up. If it's really too much tension in your center, roll on your back with your knees into your chest. So you'll still be doing something. Now, I want you to really feel that rotation happening internally. Much of your body is getting a good stretch on the right side. Stay here and practice a little stillness. Concentrate on what's being experienced in the body. Now center your chin. Take the left hand off the side of the right thigh if it was there. Lift your bottom left foot up off the mat. Take your hands behind your head and open your elbows out to the side. And just focus on balancing here. Knitting everything together. Pull the ribs down, lift up a little higher. Now lower the left toes halfway to the floor and lift up. Lower, so you're lowering the left heel toward the floor. The upper body still, your elbows are open wide, and you're moving the left heel halfway and pulling the knees in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. A lot of creativity goes into this classes, so enjoy the experience. 3, 2, 1. Now lower that left foot, release your arms and roll onto your back. Use the left foot to lift your pelvis up. Good. Side one done. Left knee over right. So again, if you feel too much pressure or torquing in the hip or spine, just lift your right foot and stay where you are. If you want to go into the twist on this side, lift your pelvis up, swing your hips to the left so your left shoulder, left hip are in a good alignment. Lower your knees to the floor. You can have your arms outstretched aside, or you can take your right hand outside your left thigh, nudge it down, use a little light pressure, and look either up or to the left. So I want you to bend that bottom right knee, and then I want you to feel the support of the floor. So knees right, head left. Stay here and experience that twist internally, cleaning out the toxins in the body by squeezing the internal organs and releasing. Couple of more breaths here to be sure we stretched out that glute. Then bring your hands behind your head. Now bring your left elbow to the left so you're opening up. Lift head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Elbows are wide. Pull the ribs down. The left side of the waist crunches slightly. Now lift the bottom right foot up off the mat. Open the elbows, lift the chest higher. Squeeze tight. Stay here and stay in stillness for a little bit. Now lower the right heel halfway down and lift it up. You're not touching the right heel to the floor. You're lowering the heel down and up. Down and up. 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Your chest is parallel with the ceiling. And 4. Lower the right foot down. Palms down. Press the floor away. Lift your pelvis up. And gently come out of that position. Bring your knees in and hug the knees in and sway. Good. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Now you're going to go into a tight, compact ball. You're going to hook your elbows outside your knees, and you're going to lift your pubic bone up, and you're going to tap elbow to knee and knees into chest. So it's 1, 2, 3. And lower the toes halfway down. And again, crunch. 1, 2, 3. So the upper and lower body are both working together with an exhalation. 1, 2, 3. Lower. The elbows still remain narrow. 1, like 11 and 1, let's say, and down. Exhale, 2, 3. Lower down. Recover. Exhale, 2, 3. Lower. Inhale. 2, 3. Inhale. 5 more. 1, 2, 3. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Lower. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. And now the last 2, 3. Lower and head down. Wow. Okay. We're moving tonight. We're going there. Take your legs up to the ceiling and now flex your feet. Lower your heels 1/3 of the way down and reach your arms up. As if you had an imaginary beach ball in your hand and you were holding onto the surface edges of that big, huge ball. Pull your tummy in. Lift the ball up like you're doing a volleyball toss and reach forward and back and toss. Pull the ribs down each time you toss that ball. You're pulling down in there. It's a sit-up with your arms in a beach ball arm shape. We're at the beach today, if you haven't noticed. 2 more. Reach forward, pull your tummy tight, squeeze, and left arm and back. And now reach up, and we're going to sit up, and we're going to actually bend our knees a little bit, and we're going to swim the arms forward. I don't know why, but I'm in that beach mood. I'm getting you ready for what's coming, and before you know it, it'll be hot weather. Depending, of course, on what region of the country. I'm assuming other people could see this video. I'm not sure where it goes. And then reverse backstroke. Okay, a lot of shoulder opening, if you know what I mean. We want some open shoulders today. And one, and just snake it out and just come back. Now let me just move back on my mat. I'm going to roll down with a wave of the arms, and I'm going to come up. And I'm coming down. I'm very fluid in these shoulders and very strong in my abdominals. And back and up. Okay, one more time. And down. And bring the knees in and hug, hug. Head down. Gonna bring your legs up to the ceiling. Lift your pelvis, shift your hips to the right. Lower your legs down. Now you can bend your knees and lift both knees up like this. With the ankles, knees, and thighs once again glued together with bent knees in a 90-degree position, or both legs straight. Bring the toes toward the left ear and lift up and down. Look over your right shoulder. This is deep gut work. I know you're feeling this too. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Up and down, 10 more. 1, 2. This is very deep and very good for your strengthening of that pelvic floor, legs and thighs also. 3, 2, 1. Now point your toes as if you were rubbing 2 sticks together. You're going to start to slide the legs like this. So scissor kicking the legs. Bring your toes towards your left shoulder, but keep your right shoulder pressing into the mat. So you've got stability, strength, and control. Now lift up, lift your pelvis up, and bend your knees. That takes a lot of gut work. Lift your pelvis up, swing your knees to the right. Now once again, you can bring both knees up in a unit with knees bent in a 90-degree angle, or you can extend both legs out. If you do that, make sure that your toes come towards your right shoulder. Lower the legs, but don't lift your left shoulder at all. You're looking left, and you're lifting the legs up and down, working both legs as a unit. So it's like 2 legs become 1. Like you stuck 2 legs in one side of your trousers, right? Up. Now squeeze your bottom, your gut. Pull your abdominals in and lift. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now point your toes, legs together like it's rubbing 2 sticks together. Create a fire, and just scissor kick the legs. Inner thighs are pretty much touching. Bring your toes toward that right shoulder. Lower the legs to the degree they'll go. Left shoulder's grounded, gut is pulling in. You're in a little bit of a twist. And keep going a little bit longer. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your pelvis up and then float up to a seat. Good job. Bend your knees, and let's just take a moment here to just gather our energy up. The strength of abdominals, the resolve that we have to become strong and healthy and to look good at the same time. I think that's an unbeatable combination, right? If you ask me, feet flat on the floor, pull the ribs down a little bit. You're going to pull your arms underneath your thighs and then rise up and back and lift. Exhale. Inhale as if someone punched you in the stomach. You're pulling back away from that perpetrator, but really it's an imagination thing, right? Visualization's always welcome here. It always helps me when I do that. 2 more. And 1, and extend the legs out and shake them out. Fingertips face in and heart rises. Shoulders drop in the elbows. Lean back. Come onto your forearms. Come down and bring your knees in. Lift your legs up. Now bend your knees, lift your chest. You're going to tap your toes to the left. Lift the knees up, use the pelvic floor, tap the toes. The legs are together, knees and ankles and thighs to the right and to the left. And extend the legs out like that scissoring, but we're not going to do that now. We're going to lower the toes. So it's right, left, right. Extend and lift to the side, lower the toes down. Left, right, left, extend the legs, keep the heart lifted. And it's right, left, right, extend your legs, keep going, keep your chest rising. 1, 2, 3, and extend, lower down. Right, left, right, extend and lift, lower. Left, right, left, extend and lift, lower. Right, left, right, extend and lower. 1 more time. Left, right, left. Now hold it here, and 1 more time, that scissor kick. Lower the right buttock down, move your right shoulder toward the right, and lift up, and now look left, and scissor the legs, lift the chest, keep the sternum lifted, and then come back to center, squeeze the legs, and come up. Well done. On one knee, then the other, shake the legs out. Fingertips next to you, rise up, very tall spine, and let's come down to the mat and hug the knees in. Rolling from side to side. We're going to crisscross the right ankle on top of the left, and we're going to do a twisted leg corkscrew. So we're going to draw a circle on the ceiling, squeezing our legs together. Now bring the knees over the hips and pull your lower abdomen. You're going to go clockwise to your right. Circle down and around and up and pause. Inhale and exhale. Keep the squeezing of the inner legs and around and up. 3. Inhale down, exhale up. 4. We're doing 6. Around and down, up. 5. I'm just going about 1/3 of the way down, not going down too far. Now change the crossing of the ankles. Now go to counterclockwise, around and up for 1. Inhale down, exhale 2. So you're circling around. 3. Around and down 4. You feel your lower tummy, the tension there building, and I want you to keep it there and focus the light on that lower part. 1 more time. And we're going to change the crossing. We're going to go to the right. This time we're going to add on a very straight lift, jackknife lift. And again to the right, we're going to do 5 reps. We're up to number 2, straight up. And number 3, your abdominals are working overtime here. And inner thighs are squeezing together. You're going to get something going on there as well. 1 more time, good. And practice strength building. Bend your knees. Uncross left over right. Bring your knees over your hips and your belly flat. Chin tucked. You're going to bring your legs to the left. Pause. And shoot up to the ceiling and come down with smoothness and control, not chaotic, random throwing, but from your gut. That's your gut feeling, right? You know how they say, I felt it in my gut, it was an instinctual thing. Well, here it's really reality. 1 more time. And bend your knees and widen them and rock. Sam, do you have a mint for me back there? On there? In the kitchen? No? Okay, take your legs wide and roll the flesh in of the inner thighs. Now, what I want you to do is to rock up and sit up tall, and I want you to watch what I'm going to do, because I don't want you to turn your head when your legs are overhead. I'm going to take a sip of my friend's water. That's, okay, thank you everybody. So I want you to watch the next exercise, please. We're going to do the rollover. So we're going to start with our heels together, toes apart. We're going to lift our legs up and shoot the legs overhead. Bend the knees, roll down. And when the hips hit the floor, we're going to separate our feet inner hip width distance apart and lower 1/3 of the way down. So, again, let me show you one more time. You're going to bring your legs down 1/3 of the way, lift them up, shoot the legs overhead, don't move your head, roll down, bend your knees. When your pelvis and hips hit the floor, separate your feet, inner hip width distance apart, and lower the legs. So let's do it in real time. If you don't want to bring the legs overhead, you can lift the legs up and stay here and wait for us to bring our legs in this position, and then separate your feet and lower down. That's the best we can do with this one, because this requires a set, bunch of moves here. So lower the heels down, lift up, shoot the legs overhead with control, bend your knees, roll down bone by bone, soften your face, separate your feet, lower 1/3 of the way down. Here we go again. Legs together, pull your abdominals in, shift the weight back over the shoulders, stretch out your spine, bend your knees, rounding down bone by bone by bone by bone till the pelvis hits the floor. Separate your feet, lower 1/3 of the way down. Then lift the legs up, soften your knees, roll down with control. When your pelvis hits the floor, separate your legs. One more time. Use that gut to lift the legs overhead. Super important. Reach up and over. Roll. When your pelvis hits the mat, separate your feet. Now separate your feet and keep them separate. Inner hip width. You're going to lift the legs up overhead. Bend your knees, roll. When your pelvis hits the floor, join your heels together, lower down. Open your feet out, pull your tummy in, lift your legs up overhead, soften your knees, roll down, bone by bone by bone by bone. Now bring your heels together, lower your legs down, separate your feet, lift the legs up overhead, articulating, rolling down, bone by bone by bone by bone by bone till your pelvis hits the floor, lower down. One more time. Lift your legs up, behind you. Feel the stretch in the spine. Soften your knees. Roll, 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 roll down. Legs together. Lower. Reach your arms up and lift 1, 2, 3. Arms and legs away. And again, lower the hands and bring the legs in. 1, 2, 3, and now hold. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Arms by ears, legs long. 1, 2, 3, and hold the strength here. One more time. 2, 3. Hold. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Hold the legs and arms away. Circle the arms and come up. Now this next exercise is going to put all of these things together with a lot of strength building for that pelvic floor in here. So what I want you to do is watch what I'm going to do. This can be a little tricky, so be careful with your body. You're going to bring your legs over to the left, circle down and around. Now you're going to lift your pelvis up, shoot the legs overhead, and come down. Sam, can they see me in this position? Let me scooch a little bit forward. And again, we're going to bring the legs over to the right, lower down. Now lift you onto your left shoulder, right hip, left hip. Left shoulder, right hip, and so forth. So let's take the legs down to the right and lift the legs up, pressing the weight on the right shoulder, center, left shoulder. Now land on your left hip, legs are together, knees are straight. Circle the legs around to the right, pause. You're on your right hip now. Lift your legs up, your ankle to the right on your right shoulder, center your weight, legs over your shoulders, legs to the left, land on your left hip, swing the legs around, right hip, right shoulder, center, left shoulder, left hip, and center. Now bring your legs to the left hip. Now balance on your left shoulder, legs all the way to left, legs are up overhead, center, legs go right, land gently on the right shoulder, then the right hip. Swing the legs around to the left hip, use your abdomen, keep them pulled in. Left shoulder, legs angle left, legs angle center, overhead, legs angle right, roll onto your right shoulder, right hip, and bring the legs around. You're controlling this with the transverse abdominis and pelvic floor musculature. One more time, now the last, flowing through, lots of tummy control, and end in a seated position. Bring the soles of the feet together and drape your arms outside your legs, and shake the head no, and shake it yes, and just relax and remain. And you're going to bring your legs around into an all-fours position. And press the floor away and lift up to downward facing dog. Now we're going to move back and forth from downward dog to plank. And we're going to warm up the arms and shoulders and core and legs. So you're going to come forward to plank, shoulders in line, right over your wrists and your hips in line with shoulders. Press the floor away, hips come high, downward dog. Inhale, shift weight over your hands and shoulders. Exhale, press back to downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. And we're going to move through in these positions a little bit continuously. Forward, back. Now we're going to lift our right leg up and come forward, back, forward, back. Forward, lower the right toes down, left legs come forward, back, forward, and back, both toes down. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Grab your elbows and let the weight of gravity pull you over. Twist side to side so you're not feeling any pressure, and roll up through the spine. Roll the shoulders down the back. I'm going to face you for this. Going to take our arms out to the side, rise up. You're going to bend your knees, touch your fingertips to the floor, and you're going to laterally lift your right leg when your arms come out to the side. Come down and lift. Down and up. Down and up. So you're gracefully moving from side to side. Continue. Down and up. Down and up. Keep going. Yes. Down, up, down, up. That's it. Catch your breath. Breathe. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. I'm going to step to the side of my mat and shake my legs out. I'm going to roll the hips around and around and around and pause and then bring them in the other direction. We're going to do a forward lunge. We're going to step the right foot forward, bend your knee, straighten your knee, and push off. And forward. So you've got to get your balance. Bend your knee, straighten your knee, and step back. Arms up. So it's bend, straighten. Oops, my posture's a little... My balance is off today. One more time, bend, straighten, and push off. One more time, and stay. Arms up, shake everything out. Start to circle the wrists, and then open out. We're going to turn into a plie. Arms up, you're going to pull down, up, down, up. Straight down and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pry your inner thighs open, pull your abdominals in, twist to the right, center, twist to the left, rolling the shoulders in slightly, center, twist right, center, twist left, center yourself and come up to stand. Reach your arms up, take your right hand outside your left ear, and tilt the head over to the side. And come center. Left hand outside your right ear. Press the heel of the right hand down. And gently come center. Coming onto your hands and knees. And you're going to bring your chest down and your elbows out to the side. And you're going to lift your legs up. And you're going to crisscross your ankles. Crisscross. That's it. So you're doing this with your legs. Hard to do this and talk. You're pressing your pelvis forward, you're lifting up, and you're crisscrossing your ankles like this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the toes. Extend the arms out in front and crisscross the wrist. You're off the floor with the chin and arms. The legs are down, the abs are down, and then come back. Now you're going to do both. You're going to cross your ankles and your wrists. I can't do this too well and talk. You're going to do it like this. I don't want to hurt my back while I'm doing it. Your ankles and your wrists are crossing into the lobster. Go team, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower yourself down, slide your hands back, interlace the hands behind your back. Press the pelvis down and forward like crazy. Lift the chest only. Now lift your legs. Balancing, press your pubic bone forward. Lift your arms up. Lower the toes, bring your hands under your shoulders, stretch up, press your hips back and sway. Lie down on your back with your knees into your chest, bend your knees and hug your knees in and sway. Well done. Now lift your head up off the floor, lift your legs, lower your legs down, point your toes and reach up. So your toes are pointed down, your arms are wide. You're just going to extend one leg at a time. You're balancing, pulling the ribs in. Now lift your legs up and scissor kick your legs. You're on your fingertips together so that you have a really pulled in abdomen, your shoulders wide open. And now hold and crisscross the ankles. And now the wrists. So now you're doing what you were doing on your abdomen. You're doing it in a teaser position. The lobster, you're doing it on your sitting bones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Well done. Bring your knees into your chest and rock and sway. Pull your knees in, lift your chest, rock forward and back, and come up. And then I'm going to face you. You're going to bring our hands together at the center of your chest and give yourself a bow. Thank you, and have a really, really good weekend. Bye now.